I have here about $6 worth of bones. And then some carrot, celery, and onions. It's not a bad investment to have yourself a unadulterated stock that you know exactly what went in there. And I'm using beef chuck bones and veal neck bones. Of course, it's much better to use beef marrow bones, but we're gonna make a nice stock from this. So the vegetables are cut up in chunks. I peeled the carrots because when this is all done by tomorrow morning and it's strained, I eat the vegetables. They are so tasty. So what do we have to do? I set the oven, the convection oven, at 450, and just put this stuff in the oven and brown all the bones. And I put the bones on top of the vegetables so the grease will go down, the bones won't stick, and most likely the vegetables won't either. And that's all there is to it. Then I'm going to dump it into this crock pot, put a couple of quarts of water on it, put it on high, and as soon as it starts to bubble, turn it to low, and it's 6 o'clock tonight, and by the time I get up 8 o'clock in the morning, I will strain it and taste it and have myself for, let's see, what did I say, $6 and another, for $7 or $8, have yourself pure stock that you can use for a variety of things. But since it's beef and veal, you can make great sauces to go over meats, chicken, and if you happen to have any scrap chicken bones laying around while this is cooking, you throw them in there also. If I would have seen some backs in the supermarket, but I didn't, I would have thrown some chicken backs in there also. Then you got yourself an all-round purpose stock. So into the oven, and next time you see this, everything will be brown, right into the crock pot. It's actually a no-brainer, simple, and something fresh, and that has a natural flavor to get away from that canned stuff. I'm putting the tomato right into the stock pot. So you might say, why don't you roast them and all the sugarness and everything comes out of the tomato? Well, that's because I don't want to lose any of the tomato on that pan that's in there, because it's on aluminum foil. So I'm doing it like this. 25 minutes have passed, and that's it. This is done. I'm just going to wait a few minutes for this to cool down before I start handling it. But as you see, nice and brown. And then in a few minutes, I'll get the vegetables out of there and put them in the crock pot. And then, oh, I forgot, we had a half a head of garlic in there, which I didn't put in earlier. And I put the bay leaf and the thyme already in the crock pot. And I put an optional, if you have the stems of parsley, of fresh parsley. You know, I don't want you to go out and buy a bunch of parsley, but usually in kitchens, in commercial kitchens, you always have parsley stems, the tops of leeks that are discarded in the home. You would throw them in here. And of course, a lot of people, onions with the skin can go in here. What does the skin do? Just helps the color, because we don't want a white stock. But anyway, I peeled these onions. So that's it. A few minutes, I put it in there. Next time we look at this, it'll be, what time is it? 7 o'clock tonight. It'll be about 12, 13 hours, because I'm not getting up at 6 o'clock. and then we'll take a look at it. Well, this is nice. See how simple? 25 minutes in the oven at 450 and we're done. Well, this is like, I forgot that I had to go to work in the morning. So I left the crock pot on. This has been cooking for about 16 hours. So we are done. We'll just take a look at this. Everything, well, of course all the meat fell off the bone. We're going to take this out. And I'm going to strain the liquid through a chinois, which is one of these. So the liquid that comes off will be nice and clear. No, it'll be clear, dark, and that's what we're looking for. And I will measure what we have. Skim off the fat, which can be used. So we have in here pork fat and veal fat mixed together. Now that rendered fat can be used to saute meats and pick up the flavor of the fat. Very tasty, not healthy, but that's what the fat will do for you. I even remember cooking potato pancakes many years back in rendered beef fat. It was outstanding, and nobody thought about the consequences of ingesting so much of that fat. Okay, so I'll strain that. We'll see what it looks like, how much we get. Now what we wind up with is just about 2 quarts of the stock. Now you can see where the fat is, like right there. You could skim it off, but you'll probably take too much stock. Just take this, put it in the refrigerator. 8 hours later, whatever, that fat will be solid, and just pick it off. Then you have stock to make a sauce, to make soup, to make anything that has stock. At least you have natural now. Enjoy it.